Friends, it's Ian Khan, the Futurist, here at the Humanoid Summit with Jesica Chavez. She's part of the summit and she's been doing a lot of the organizing. Let's hear the insider view on the summit. Jesica, welcome to the Futurist.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, tell us more about this edition of the summit and what's been different this time around.
So this is our third edition. The second time here in Silicon Valley, and definitely we can see that we see totally different companies from last year, which means this ecosystem keeps growing, right? The startups keeps getting, more interested in getting humanoids. Also, industries are interested in getting humanoids to work for them. So we see that ecosystem keeps growing and growing. We have 3 times more the number of attendees than last year.
Yeah.
And we keep getting people interested to keep learning what is happening in the humanoids industry.
Yeah, and you've had some really great keynotes. You had somebody from Disney. Tell us about the keynote lineup this year and what's very exciting.
Well, everything has been so exciting because each of them is coming with totally new research, new innovation, right? They are coming here to discuss what they have been working in these past few months and also even releasing, right? Like what is happening. Like you say, in the morning, we have Moritz from Disney with, it was telling us about how they are doing these robotics characters to, to make even more magic, the connection with their people when they are in the parks. And it's interesting to see that the robotics is not just growing for manufacturing as many years ago, right? Now we are also looking into making connections with children, with people in the hospitals. So we have a very big lineup of speakers that comes and tell us what they are trying to do and how they are trying to address all these different challenges.
Yeah. So, we've been speaking with a lot of people as part of this video series and podcast and many different perspectives. It's really exciting to see the developments that are taking place within the industry, how the robotics industry is growing, how humanoid robotic industries is growing and changing. So it's been great for us to do this. You have a next edition coming up in a very new place. Tell us about that and why. Why is it happening where it's happening?
Yes. So the next one, I'm super excited about it because it's going to be in Tokyo. It has been on my list for a while to visit. I have never been there. But, Japan has been for a while always like showing us that they are doing a lot of technology, a lot of innovation. And I think now it totally makes sense right now because humanoids, of course, is at the peak of the innovation and everybody's talking about it. So Japan is very interesting to see, what is out there of Japan. So they're trying to see like what is USA doing, what is Europe. So we are going to bring companies outside of Japan into Japan, of course, on top of the companies that are making robotics in Japan. So it's going to be super interesting because the ecosystem is going to keep growing, which it has been the goal for the Humanoid Summit from the beginning. It has been not only doing it about Silicon Valley or not just doing it about US, but also creating this ecosystem around the globe. And this is going to be such an interesting partnership with other companies and keep seeing this community growing.
I think it's just the beginning because you now have an active, and Modars mentioned in a different interview, and he said there's been multiple announcements being made, and he told us what the announcements were. Of course, the fund is here with $100 million fund is here. There's already investments that the fund has made into startups before even the fund was finalized, so that's amazing. There's great potential. And then that ecosystem of VCs, startups, experts, subject matter, it's all coming together under the umbrella of Humanoid Summit. And I think I haven't seen any other humanoid type of summit happen. There might be a few here and there, but I think it's a really great opportunity to continue building the community and to make it stronger, and as a result attract the right people, the right startups, the right doers into the fold and to develop the industry, be a leading force in developing the industry.
Absolutely, and I'm a heavy believer that in order to grow a company, right, especially a startup, you need to have that ecosystem to grow, right? You cannot do it alone. And then also on top of that, there are a lot of people who is interested in these solutions that they need to understand that they also need to be around this ecosystem if they want to be implementing or adopting this technology. Because it takes only just to say, oh, I'd like to have a robot to implement, right? They need to understand what it comes. Then also when you are acquiring 100 robots means that there are supply chain and things that needs to be happening, maintenance, support for those, right? So creating this ecosystem is also not only helping the ones that are building the humanoids, but all that are around that ecosystem.
Yeah. Final thoughts. What are some of your favorite things you've seen here at this time? Any specific provider or technology within the space?
Wow, that's a hard question because I think all of them are amazing. But the way I really like what High Torque is doing, my children as well, right? Like I'm very social person, so I really like when they're thinking about how they can connect, with the persona, how they are thinking like the technology doesn't look like it's gonna be afraid, right, when it's around you. So I like that the perspective they are having around that. So far I really like what I have seen.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much. Keep on doing the hard work that you're doing to bring industry together. And thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you.